Hello everyone, myself Dr. Megha Patel. I am working as a cardiac physiotherapist in UN Mehta Institute of Cardiology and Research Center since 9 years. Under continuous physiotherapy education, today my topic about exercise prescription for obesity. In content, we are discussing about what is obesity, health problem linked with excessive weight and obesity, how to evaluate, dose response relationship between patient activity levels and magnitude of weight loss, exercise prescription. In this, we are discussing about goal of exercise, component of exercise and prescription and references. Let's start with the how to define obesity. Obesity is a medical condition in which excess body fat has accumulated to the extent that it may have an adverse effect on health, leading to reduced life expectancy and increase the health problems. People are considered obese based on the BMI, hip waist ratio and other methods. Health problem linked with the excessive weight and obesity: heart disease, type 2 diabetes, obstructive sleep apnea, hormonal disturbance, high blood pressure, high blood cholesterol and osteoarthritis. Evaluation: pre-exercise evaluation history. We ask about genetic factors, physical inactivity, eating habits, psychological factors and medical history such as diabetes mellitus and hypothyroidism. There are 5 main tests for the evaluation of obesity. First, body mass index. Second, graded exercise testing. Third, skin fold thickness. Fourth, waist to hip circumference ratio. 5, techniques such as ultrasound, computed tomography and MRI. First, body mass index. There is a classification of body mass index. Less than 18.5 considered as underweight, 18.5 to 24.9 considered as a normal weight, 25 to 29.9 overweight, 30 to 34.9 considered as a class 1 obesity, 35 to 39.9 considered as a class 2 obesity, greater than 40 considered as a class 3 obesity. Graded exercise testing. It is recommended before any moderate to high intensity exercise, especially if age is greater than 40 years, with diabetes for greater than 10 years duration and presence of any congenital heart disease risk factors and peripheral vascular disease. Skin fold measurement. The principle behind this technique is that the amount of subcutaneous fat is proportional to the total amount of body fat. It is assumed that close to 1/3 of the total fat is located subcutaneously. Therefore, regression equation used to convert sum of skin fold to prevent body fat must consider this variable for greatest accuracy. Generalized skin fold equation. In men and women, there is a 3 methods. First, measurement taken from this chest, mid-axillary, triceps, subscapular, abdominal and suprailiac and thigh in 7-side formula. Chest, abdominal, thigh in 3-side formula. Chest, triceps, subscapular in 3-side formula. In women, there is a measurement taken from chest, mid-axillary, tricep, subscapular, abdominal, suprailiac and thigh in 7-side formula. Measurement taken from triceps, suprailiac, thigh in 3-side formula. Measurement taken from triceps, suprailiac, abdominal in 3-side formula. Waist to hip circumference ratio. The waist to hip ratio is circumference of the waist divided by the circumference of the hips and has been used as a simple method for determining body fat distribution. A waist to hip circumference ratio greater than 0.90 for men and 0.85 for women. Weight circumference, there is a 4 risk category. First, very low risk category, less than 70 in women, less than 80 in men. Low risk category 7 to 89 women and 18 to 99 in men. High category 19 to 109 in women, 100 to 120 in men. Very high, greater than 100 in women, greater than 120 in men. Dose response relationship between the patient activity levels and magnitude of weight loss. The American College of Sport and Medicine's position stand on the patient activity and weight loss concluded that less than 150 minutes per week of a patient activity promote minimal weight loss. Greater than 150 minutes per week of patient activity result in modest high weight loss 2 to 3 kg. Greater than 225 to 420 minutes per week patient activity result in 5 to 7.5 kg weight loss. Now we discuss about the exercise prescription. There is a 5 main goal of exercise prescription. First, decrease body fat. Second, for morbidity obese, enhance the ability to carry on the activity of daily living. Third, improve the chronic disease risk factor profile. Fourth, enhance the functional capacity. Fifth, improve the cardiovascular fitness. There are 5 main goals. Components of the exercise prescription: mode of exercise, frequency of participation, duration of each exercise, intensity of exercise, progression of exercise program. First, we discuss the mode of exercise. When choosing the exercise modality to be included, an exercise program, the individual's goals, physical ability, health status and available equipments. Aerobic physical activities then involve the larger muscle group. Low impact moderate to intensity aerobic activities such as walking, cycling, swimming, recommend exercise. Avoid jogging and running. It strains the knee, hip and ankle joint and resistance training exercise. Frequency of participation: greater than 5 days per week to maximize caloric expenditure. Exercise duration and frequency are more important than intensity of exercise. Duration of each exercise: 30 to 60 minutes per day to total 150 minutes per week, progressing to the 300 minutes per week to moderate to physical activity. 150 minutes of vigorous physical activity, 5 to 10 minutes of warm up, 30 to 60 minutes of exercise period and 5 to 10 minutes of cool down period. Now we discuss about the intensity of exercise. It can be quantified on the basis of target heart rate and metabolic equivalent. Target heart rate, there is one method, it's called the Carvolans method. Formula for Carvolans methods: target heart rate 75% of heart rate rest plus 0.75 heart rate maximum minus heart rate rest. Also according to 75% of maximum heart rate or 75% of heart rate reserve. Maximum heart rate is calculated by 220 minus age and heart rate reserve calculated by the heart rate maximum minus heart rate rest. Metabolic equivalent: the amount of energy expended during exercise related to then energy expenditure during rest. Energy expenditure during rest is equal to 1 MAT. 1 MAT is equal to 3.5 ml of O2 per kg body weight into minute, 1 kilocalorie per kg into hour. Physical activity intensity in MAT: light less than 3 MAT, moderate exercise 3 to 6 MAT and vigorous exercise greater than 6 MAT. Moderate and vigorous physical activities: moderate brisk walking, swimming, volleyball, slow aerobics, moderate cycle, gardening, tennis double, badminton. In vigorous: jogging, running, tennis single, basketball, rope skipping, squash, fast aerobics, fast cycling, stepping and soccer. Moderate to vigorous physical activity should be carried 40 to 60% of VO2 max and in vigorous physical activity should be carried 15 to 75% of VO2 max. Fit recommendation for individual with overweight and obesity: frequency of aerobic exercise greater than 5 days per week, frequency for resistance exercise 2 to 3 days per week and frequency for flexibility greater than 2 to 3 days per week. Intensity of aerobic exercise: initial intensity should be moderate, progress to the vigorous for the greater health benefits. 60 to 70% of 1 RM gradually increase to the enhanced strength and muscle mass and intensity of the flexibility stretch to the point of feeling tightness or slight discomfort. Time of the aerobic exercise: 30 minutes per day, increase to the 60 minutes per day and time for resistance exercise 2 to 4 sets for 8 to 10 repetitions for each major muscle group. Time for the flexibility: hold static stretch for 10 to 30 seconds, 2 to 4 repetitions for each muscles. Type of aerobic exercise: prolonged rhythmic activity using large muscles group. Type of resistance exercise: resistance machines or free weights and type for flexibility: static dynamic and PNF. Exercise training consideration: the duration of moderate to vigorous intensity patient activity should initially progress to at least 30 minutes per day. The promote long-term weight loss maintenance individual should progress to at least 250 minutes per week and to moderate to vigorous exercise. To achieve weekly maintenance activity goal greater than 250 minutes per week, exercise and patient activity should be performed on 5 to 7 days per week. Resistance exercise may enhance muscular strength and physical function in individuals who are overweight or obese. Moreover, there may be additional health benefits for participating in resistance exercise such as improvement in cerebral vascular disease and diabetes mellitus risk factors and other chronic disease risk factors. special consideration. Utilize goal setting to target short and long term weight loss. Target a minimal reduction in body weight, at least 3 to 10% initial body weight over 3 to 6 months. Target reducing current energy intake to achieve weight loss. A reduction of 500 to 1000 calorie per day adequate to elicit the weight loss 1 to 2 pounds per week. This reduced energy intake should be combined with the reduction in dietary fat intake. Weight loss beyond the 5 to 10% may require more aggressive nutrition exercise and behavior intervention. Medically indicated very low calorie diet with energy restriction of up to 1500 calorie per day can result in greater initial weight loss amount compared to the more conservative energy intake reduction. These medically managed meal plans are typically only used to select individuals and for short period of time. Above we discussed about the lifestyle modification. Now there is an exercise prescription before and after bariatric surgery. First pre-op we are doing the start exercise prior surgery, individualized exercise plan. Post surgery day 1, sit in chair with the assistance, walk into a room 2 to 3 times. Post surgery day 2 to 7, walk 3 to 5 minutes 4 to 6 times a day. Post surgery week 1 to 2, continuous walking while increasing walking time 5 to 15 minutes 3 times per day. Post surgery week 2 to 4, continuous walking while increasing walking time 10 to 15 minutes 3 times per day. Post surgery 1 month, walk 30 minutes to 1 hour at least 5 times a day. May begin weight training with doctor approval. Thank you.